now we're ready for part 2. This will be steps 1 through 6 of the tutorial. I've got my tutorial right here and I am ready to get started. This is very exciting. All right, so something to remember, it's a 3/8 inch seam allowance unless it's otherwise indicated. So let's look at step 1. So we're going to start with the pockets. So it says step 1 is optional pockets. We're going to place the straight edge of the pocket right sides together with the back leg. Let's do that. Pull this over for you so you can see it. I've got my notches right here. This is one back leg, just one. So we're doing one at a time. And we are going to bring it right sides together. So this is what it should look like, matching up your notches. If you didn't notch and you forgot to mark them, just lay your pattern piece on top and put a pin in both of them so you know where to match them up. Now I'm going to clip these in place, or you can use pins, totally up to you. And I'm going to repeat this on the other pant leg. So let's move that out of the way and grab our other pant leg and match those notches. We've matched our notches and we're all clipped and ready to go on our back pieces. Now we're going to sew a straight stitch from top to bottom here, just sewing the pockets on to each piece. All right, then you can neaten the seam with an overlock stitch or a serger. It's totally up to you. Just because this sometimes, you know, the wovens fray. It's the way it is. So neaten that up if you'd like. And then we're going to repeat this exact same thing with the right or the front side of the pants. So I'm going to do that now. Let's go sew. So we're back. The next thing it says to do to complete step 1 is to open the pockets outward and press the seam toward the pocket. So we'll do this with each piece. 2 says to place a front and back leg right side together. So here's a front, and here's a back. Let's place those right sides together. Now, I'll scoot this over just a wee bit here. We're going to match up the side seams, the out seam, and the pocket, if we've chosen to do pockets. Now we're going to sew all the way around. Once we get to the pockets, if you're making pockets, we're going to stop about 3/8 inch into the zipper with your needle down, lift your presser foot, and you're going to reorient your fabric. So you're going to move it, and I'll show you that when we sew it up. All right, let's sew. All right, we're on to step 3 and 4, which are actually optional. It's the top stitching of the side seams and the pockets. So let's just run through that real quick. We're going to open up the pants and lay the wrong side up. All right? And we're going to press the seam toward the front. So you can tell the front from the back. This is the front because it has this is the front here. See the difference? That's the front. Let me show you the back. This is the back. You see the difference in the front and the back? The back has a higher rise, so that's how you know this is the front. So we're going to press the seam toward the front. And I failed to mention that I did finish my seams with my serger, which is an option for you to do as well. It's a personal preference. Actually, I'm going to press this out a little bit more. All right, so you're going to repeat that pressing toward the front with the other the pant pieces that are connected. And then we're going to turn the pant leg over, excuse me, my goodness. We're going to turn that pant leg over. Okay, and just make sure everything's looking good. Let's That's the pocket there. And you're gonna top stitch the side seam. Now, if you're making pockets, you have two options. You can top stitch the pockets to the front leg of the pants to reduce bulk, or you can just top stitch until you get to the opening. Okay, so here's the opening. Let me show you the opening. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Here we are. Okay, so here you have the opening. It's right here. All right, now you can either top stitch it to the front here, so you're going to go all the way around, feel for that, okay? Or you can top stitch from the bottom and stop at the opening, and then top stitch at the top of the opening. So you just leave this open, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna come all the way up the side seam from the bottom, and then you're gonna stop here, and then you're gonna pivot, and you're gonna go all the way around and pivot again and go up this way. Now, it's up to you what you wanna do. I'm not going to top stitch the pocket itself because I like the freedom of movement with the pocket that way. And yeah, and we'll repeat this on the other side. Okay, it's time to move on to step 5. It says to fold the leg right sides together. Let me move my ironing mat here. Okay, so here's our leg. We're gonna fold it, and you can see our top stitching all the way down. We're gonna fold it right sides together. Okay, so we're gonna pin at the top, and we're gonna pin at the bottom, and then we're going to ease the rest of it in. So, pin or clip at the top, and pin or clip at the bottom. This is an important step to follow. I want to show you real quick why this step is important. If you just pin at the top and you just start pinning or clipping, you just keep going down. And you keep going down. And let's go down a little bit more. Here's what we find. Notice this is longer than this. All right, it's important to follow those instructions and pin at the top and pin at the bottom and ease them in. So we're just going to, here we go, and ease it all in there. We're going to repeat this on the other leg, and we are going to sew this together with a straight stitch or a serger. I'm going to use my serger, and we'll be back. We're ready for step 6, and step 6 simply says, excuse me, we're going to turn one leg right side out and place it inside of the leg that is wrong side out. We are going to be matching up the crotch seam and the rises here. So let's put that all in there, making sure it's not too wadded up. There we go. All right, so here we've got our main inseam of both legs at the crotch that we're going to match up. We're going to bring the rise here, match up and whoops, and clip, and on the back rise, match up and clip. Now we're going to sew around to connect those two legs.